Today we're going to talk about estimating with fractions. And when we estimate, remember we don't need to know an exact amount. So we're thinking about how much we have. So when you hear the word about, you know that we need to estimate. If you are asked what number a fraction is closest to, you would think about that in terms of a number line, and you would estimate to where it was closest to. So when we estimate with fractions, we look at benchmark numbers. And those benchmarks are, 0, 1/2, and 1. Also, if we have a number greater than 1, we're still working with halves and the whole number. So let's look at the fraction 5/6. So we know 5/6 is somewhere between 1/2 and 1, but we know it's going to be closer to 1 because we have 5 pieces out of 6, so that's almost a whole. Okay, so if someone said, I have 5/6 of the cake left, you could say you have about the whole cake. Okay, so 5/6 you would estimate that, okay, and that's a wiggly equal sign is how you say about or estimate, is about 1. So you would go to that benchmark fraction of 1. Let's think about if we had 1/6. Actually, let's go with 1/8. So if we had 1/8 and we had to estimate or round that, we would look at that as 0. Okay, so if we had 1/8, we would estimate or round that down to 0. So if someone said, let's use this for an example, 1/8 plus 5/6 is about how much, we don't have to figure out the common denominator to add these fractions because someone asked us about how much we have or what are we closest to. So if we were going to estimate, we would say, well, 1/8 is closest to 0. 5/6 is closest to 1. So 1/8 and 5/6 are about 1 whole. Okay, that's when we're estimating. We don't need an exact number. If someone were to say that they wanted to know what fraction 7/4 was closest to, okay, we would have to estimate. Well, we know that 7/4 is greater than 1. So we're still going to think about it in terms of halves. So we have 1 and 1/2. And we'll extend our number line to 2. Okay, so we know 7/4 is more than 1. We know we have 1 and almost another whole. right? Because, let me see, so 1 would be 4/4, right? If we wanted to look at it this way, which then leaves us with 3/4. So 1 3/4 is about 2. Okay, the other way we could do this is say 7/4 and convert that to a mixed number, because this isn't going to be easy for me to do in my head. We know 7/4 is the same as 7 divided by 4. So we know 4 goes into 7 one time. Subtract the 4 from there. Gives us the 3. We take our 3 and put it over the number we're dividing by. So we have 1 3/4. If I have 1 3/4, it's more than 1. It's more than 1.5. It's really closer to 2. So if we were to be asked which fraction 7/4 is closest to, you would say it is closest to 2 wholes, or the number 2.